Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Battle of the Marianas. So, we are, of course, playing Major Problem here today. So, got the turn back from. It's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to quickly send out Steam here before I do forget. There we go. Don't need disturbances. Right then. So, how are you guys doing today, then? Hello there, Anno, my friend. Good to see you. So, I do believe it is going to be 6 here. Yep. That seems about right. It's going to be quite interesting, to be honest. It's one of these things of where we made a couple of mistakes in the first turn. Obviously, like loading things before, well, loading them in the wrong order, I suppose. So what we need to do then now is, I don't know if they're going to be all unloaded today. Ideally, they're all unloaded today. We do have the Vanguard forces, obviously our main combat forces. They're already out there. They're going to be heading out from Pearl Harbor now. We are going to have, well, probably going to need some additional fuel in the marshals, obviously, to keep things running out that way, which would be really quite welcome. Hello there, Racer, Horizon, Tuco, Joshua, how you doing, guys? Good to see you all. Right then, let's go ahead and take a look at the turn then, shall we? I'm not entirely sure what we'll see here, really. So it's strange, actually. I mean, I'm used to playing it from the Japanese point of view, so it's really rather interesting to play it from the other side here. I mean, especially in a play-by-email against such a veteran player. Okay. Now, how does one... So I think what we need to do here, actually, do forgive me. So I think what we do here, then, is do we load this? Oh, right, okay. See, this is strange. I'm not used to it. I assumed it worked like it did from the Japanese point of view, but it actually, you have to load it separately. Right, actually does make a lot of sense why THG always wants the replays off before the turn, honestly before the turn's actually finished. That's cool though, I like that. That's actually good to know, but at least in the other series I could probably, that's actually really good to know, you know what? I could probably live record the actual replays then. Yeah, we might start doing that, that's pretty cool. Hello there, town. Ooh, yeah. Oh yeah, Kirikawa Maru, she's actually really quite recognisable there. And we've seen her somewhere else before, haven't we? Yeah, this is what I was actually anticipating, really. It's just like a big rush of transports, cargo ships out in the first day of battle. But this is a nice way to start. I mean, Kirikawa Maru over here, torpedoed on fire, heavy damage. 4 torpedoes there by the angler, but only 1 connects, but that's still pretty good. I mean, obviously, at this stage of the war, our torpedoes don't have an abysmal failure ratio, so that's good to see. Yep, our forces moving out over here, and we do see a Japanese sub over there by Pearl Harbor. Yep, 2 Japanese, supposedly. Right, reporter submarines over here, then. Strikes, Allied torpedo bombers over truck. Right, so we are sending out our Liberators over truck over here, and we're going to see really how they perform at this sort of altitude. We may look towards actually decreasing the altitude. We'll see what sort of condition they come back in, really. Okay. So very light damage there, so I think what we'll do here then is reduce the altitude down to maybe about 12,000 feet, maybe, something of that sort of nature. Hello there, Tone. Hello there, Harkon. How you doing, my friends? Yes, we might reduce that altitude further then. Okay, 25 B-25J, B-24J Liberators overweight. Okay, so doesn't appear that there are any sort of escorts over here, but yeah, we'll definitely take a look at actually reducing the altitude then. So I think maybe 10 to 12,000 feet, maybe even 15, but I think unopposed here we might even be able to get away with about 10,000 feet. Yeah, I think we might try about 10,000 feet if there's no actual escorts. It depends really on the quality of the Japanese AA. Maybe of a truck we might go for a little bit higher, but then again, I suppose it really does depend on what the Japanese actually do have to bring to bear against us, really. Hello there, battling Giza. Good to see you, my friend. But this is good. I mean, obviously this was mostly just to sort of, I suppose, tease out what sort of defense we may have. Yeah, so we are aware of this submarine over here. We'll try to take care of that. We do obviously have a number of ASW forces over here, so obviously we do need to take care of that ASAP. Right, the reconnaissance is getting to work here. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Well, we've begun the turn there by putting a torpedo into one of his transports, so that's really good there. Also, there's no land attack, which is quite cool. But no, I really like the fact that we can actually take a look at the actual replays. Definitely going to have to bear that in mind for the future, actually, of the other series. I could very well just, yeah, that'd be great, actually. That'd make it really easy for people to keep up with as well. That's actually awesome. Really happy about that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and load up the proper turn in just a moment then. Obviously, as soon as this is done. Ooh, auxiliary repairs. Actually, quite a few there. Wow. Oh, wow. Jeez. Okay, this is actually really good to see that we have additional LCIs. Additional troop transports? Yeah, wow, okay. See, this is it. We were not actually aware of what was actually due to come to Pearl Harbor. So that's nice. We actually gained quite a few things over there. Okay, so there we go. We're going to go right into the actual turn over here then. And take a look at actually issuing our orders. Feels really strange on the other side, doesn't it? Like, I'm so very used to Japanese, it's like I didn't even know that you had to look at the replay separately. But that's pretty cool, though. I like that. Okay. Right then. So take a look at the results then. I noticed that we do have an island complaining about the lack of supplies there. So we did see a lot of activity over here. So we did have, it wasn't called, so Angler did actually intercept one of the enemies, enemy transports over here, the Kitakawa Maru actually. Which is not a insignificant target at that, so that's good to see. Now, we don't have any intelligence of anything nearby here, so we may have to use our magic interception system to really figure that one out. Okay, so the 150 Regiment is located at Saipan. Radio transmissions detected at Peleliu, Saipan, Guam. My god, you know what? It's actually scary to think that THG gets access to all this sorts of information. That is ridiculously good. Okay, the 25th Field AA Machine Cannon Company is located at Saipan. Okay, at least we have an idea of what sort of AA armaments he may have. And tanks located at Guam. 7th Independent Engineer Regiment is located at Saipan. Radio transmissions at 142, 107, 119, 1116. Sorry, 116. 10th Infantry Battalion, just a detachment. The 54th Naval Guardian is located at Guam. Okay, so at Guam then we can see there are... Yep, so there's elements of the 9th Tank Regiment at Guam. We see the Naval Guard at Guam. Radio transmission detected at Tinian. Okay, so the 7th Independent Engineer Regiment is at Saipan, as well as the 9th Infantry Battalion, as well as the 150th Infantry Regiment at Saipan. Interesting. Then the 25th Field AA Machine Cannon Company. Okay, that's good information there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at those coordinates then, shall we? So let's take a look. So this is 101. So we're looking for 119. 116. 119. 119, 116. Okay, so that would actually be around Ponape. This is where we detected radio transmissions. So this could very well be potentially some sort of Japanese. Possibly merchantman, possibly warship. I'm going to say more than likely it's going to in fact be some sort of Japanese submarine here. My god, this magic intercept system is amazing. Jesus. It's not 100% accurate, I can imagine. Well, there's probably a lot of variations here as far as I can tell, but this is really great. This actually gives us quite a bit of information. It gives us somewhere to look, doesn't it? I mean, that's the important thing here, is having somewhere to look. Now, the question could be... We do have 4 submarines in this sort of area. It might be, in fact, worthwhile sending the submarines out that way to take a look around there. We do have ideally superior technology. I mean, obviously we do have the radar. Yeah. 2 forms of radar here. Now, Japanese... Well, just submarines in general. When obviously not in a situation where they're going to be attacking, like, cargo ships or basically on... I suppose you could say, basically, when they're not shadowing some convoys on an area of danger, they will be out on the surface. So, these American submarines that we do actually possess are, for the most part, superior to that of the Japanese, so I feel like our chances are okay. We also do have 4 submarines over here, so we'll send them towards Ponape. So that's 119, 11916 there, 116. Okay, so we'll send them on their way. Break off the actual submarines. I mean, we could have them operate potentially in pairs, actually. It might be worth... Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at the paired method, actually. So we'll have Plunger and Seahorse, Bluefish and Tunny. Oh, go on, you know what? Like, let's have Plunger and Tunny and Bluefish and Seahorse. That seems to go fairly well. She looks to be a different class of submarine over here. The gun value isn't the same. Speed is only negligible. Negligible? Negligible. Can't pronounce that word today. Yeah, there's not really much in the way of difference. Obviously, torpedo armament is superior, gun armament superior. AA is actually inferior to the Plunger, but yeah, they can work well together. So we'll have them sent out in a pair then. Plunger. Tunny. Yep, so they're going to be sent out that way. We'll have this task force then. So Bluefish, Seahorse. There we go. We'll have them actually head over towards Ponape. We are going to be running well, just surface detection around this sort of area. Obviously, like, we do have our float planes, patrol planes, that sort of thing running activity around here, so that's going to be quite welcome. And we do have another 3 submarines down this way. Now, we did discover that, unfortunately, these B-25G Mitchells can't actually transport personnel, which is a shame. Let's take a look at the arrival, then. Okay. Bloody hell. So we get a number of LSDs over here. More LSTs, more attack transports, more troop transports. Jesus. Yeah, we're not going to be lacking here when it comes to actual amphibious capacity. That is incredible. Not to mention what's already arrived, but that is, yeah, that's quite nice. We receive another 2 CVEs. LSTs over here, that's cool. It's not like we're lacking really when it comes to warships, but that is very, very nice. Okay. Hello there, Agrippa. So for those of you who are somehow not aware of Agrippa Maxentius, definitely worth checking him out on YouTube. Definitely the best guy with the best accent there. But yeah, definitely worth checking him out. I hope you're doing well there, Agrippa. Okay. So we do see this submarine over here. Now, it's signaling that there are 2 submarines over here. Though we are seeing severe storms over this area. Let's take a look at the actual weather then, shall we? So severe storms over here. We do see bad weather over Johnson. We do see bad weather over the fleet over here. At least I should say the flotillas. Weather's not too bad on the Marshalls. It's not great over trucks. That's not been great for our actual B-24J Liberators over there. And the weather around the Marianas isn't too bad. We're not detecting anything around the Marianas, not that I could see. We're not seeing any sort of naval activity, but that definitely was coming over from here. It might have actually been really quite worthwhile had we kept further submarines in this area. But we did keep some, and that has paid off, has paid dividends. So that's quite good. Yeah, we are seeing ships sighted over here at truck as well. We are seeing, aircraft over here. So detection is actually pretty good there. That's good to see. So we see about 33,000 men, 540, 259 guns, and only 1 AFV supposedly. Mines are present at the island, which is, as you can imagine. Right, detection over here on Wake. So Wake is a completely different story here. Now, supposedly there's only 540 troops. I do believe it could be more than that, really. I do think there's more there. I think it would be quite easy then for us to potentially take a look at actually sending like an LST or maybe like an I don't know, like an LST or LSD, something of that sort of nature. Get a few Marines unloaded there at some point in the future. Now, let's take a look at our new arrivals then. So we did obviously receive quite a few ships as part of the influx there. Additionally, another submarine as well. Right, the good news is obviously with these additional landing, so these LCIs, the landing craft infantry, they're going to be quite good. Now these are actually the infantry ones, they're not the gun ones, so we can actually use these guys. Don't worry about that, Agrippa, we'll get that one sorted in the future, my man. Okay. Auxiliary repair, Prometheus. Yeah, which is quite impressive. Yeah, so we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yep, Prometheus makes 6. So we do have 6 auxiliary repair ships. We also do see that we have another submarine tender over here as well. Of course, we do still have a great deal of actual destroyers over here. Of course, we do actually have now. Let's take a look. Do we have any additional APDs? Nope. APs, yeah, we do have this one, the Veltadun? Something of that nature. Her capacity is about 2,500, but that is, yeah, that's what we need. We should actually be able to manage quite nicely now. Now, we also do have, we should actually have them next turn, perhaps. The AKAs. So I'm going to guess they come next turn, but that's no issue. So let's take a look at the actual forces over here. So of course we do have the Guam landing force, the Saipan landing force, and the Tinian landing force. We'll look towards setting up one maybe for Wake. It could be potentially worthwhile to maybe use one of these forces. I'd say more than likely the Tinian force, considering that it is the smallest. We could use the Tinian force to potentially hit Wake, but then again I think it would be prudent to have like a separate force. I think if we divide our forces too much, it's going to make it difficult. I'd like to hit all the Mariana Islands and main Mariana Islands at the same time, really, like a rolling invasion there. Make it very difficult, really stretch his resources and really just, yeah, make him accept the fact that he either moves his aircraft out of the area or he's more than likely going to lose them. It's going to be great. It's going to be quite nice. But we do have to get there first, and there is the threat of the combined fleet on the horizon. They're not going to arrive for some time, but yeah, we do not want to be running into the guns of Yamato, nor into the aircraft of what really remains of the First Air Fleet. Okay. So let's take a look then. So, I don't believe we're actually carrying any troops on, which makes it easier. Hopefully they're all actually empty. Yeah, fantastic, they're all empty. That's really good. We can actually address the issues that we did have now. But first of all, what we need to do here then is go into the task force management, go into, I suppose it would be the amphibious one here. It might even be considered support. We'll try support first and foremost. But what we want to do here then is actually grab, actually let's see here. It's not going to be in port. It's not an oiler, it's not a tanker. It's not a mine warship, it's not a small warship. Is it the AGPs? No, that is the gunboat tender. Okay. Which bloody one would it come under then? Unless it's not available for that. Is it under here? No? Okay. It might actually come under the amphibious. Well, it definitely come under here. Turn off these guys. But it's not an oiler. Oh, where the bloody hell is it? I think their designation's AGC. Ah, there we go, AGC. Yep, so we have the command ships over here then. So we're going to have to grab Rocky Mount, and then we'll obviously grab Appalachian. So we'll actually put them together in a task force here then. So what we'll do then is obviously separate them into two separate ones, of course. So we'll have Rocky Mount and Appalachian. Right, there we go. What are you planning for? Well, to be honest, we can decide which one they're going to go to. So we'll call this then the Saipan Command, or Saipan Marine Command. Right, there we go. Then we'll have Guam Marine Command. And to be honest, I should call it like the Amphibious Task Force or Amphibious HQ, but actually might be, yeah, we'll go with that then. So Guam. Amphibious HQ. We're going to have the headquarters loaded in these separately. So this would be obviously Saipan's. Yeah, Saipan. Amphibious. HQ, there we go. Okay then, tell these guys to load up. Okay. Sort them by target. Right. Okay, so I've got the 5th US Amphibious Corps. We've also got the 5th US Amphibious Force over here. Now, load is 1800. Right, the Corps headquarters. Another 1800 as well. What sort of capacity do we have on board these guys? Okay. So the Saipan Force was the 5th, so we'll load them on board Appalachian. Right. Okay, so we have the 5th over here. I'll sort them by target, then make it easier. Well, I say that, but again, it's got everything on here, then. Right, that's fine, then. So we have 5th US Fleet over here. It's obviously the 5th US Amphibious Force and Amphibious Corps that we need, then. So we'll load the... So that's the bloody issue. I don't know if I can actually take them... I don't think I can take them both. Have I got the manual? Oh, bloody, I forgot when I forgot the manual. Right, okay, so at least with the 5th loaded, or beginning to load, that worked out fine. We don't have any additional AGCs over here. I think the thing is, obviously, we'd have like 2 AGCs, which obviously would cover all these issues, no problem. We could still load up elements of the other Amphibious Corps, but the thing is, it's, well... Is that great? It might be worthwhile doing. I think what we'll do then is we'll load up elements then of the 5th as well. So the, not 5th Fleet, of course, the 5th Amphibious Corps. Right, we'll load them up as well. Now, I could give them another troop transport. I think we're going to have to then. Okay, so what we'll do here then is I'm going to exit this for the time being. So we'll go into here then. So we've got Appalachian. Going to transfer inside here then. We'll go and... what do we actually have? So we do have these APDs. They could potentially make this work. I mean, obviously we're going to have some issues in the fact that they're not going to be able to really function... I don't know, they might actually be able to function considering that there's still going to be a decent amount of that command on board the AGC. I mean, the question is, do I want to use these APDs? The APDs are really on board for the Tinian force. I do have another troop transport over here, but the thing is, it's a little bit overkill for what we actually need it for. So... I don't think any of these bad boys have any troop capacity. No, they don't. I might just have to use the APDs then, to be honest. It's not terrible. We get, what, 1,260 there. Yeah, that would be enough to carry them all. No additional cargo capacity, but I don't think cargo's the issue. If needs be, I can always throw another cargo ship in there. Just obviously balance things out. So what we're going to do here then is obviously adjust the troop load. Right. Sort by target. Looking for Saipan to go on board Appellation. Right, yeah. So I've got the 5th US Amphibious Corps over here. I think the other one's already been loaded, so... Or has it? Sort by actual headquarters? Yeah, sort by time. And there we go. So the 5th Amphibious Force over here. So that's been loaded. The 5th US Amphibious Corps. Load that. Okay. 5th US Amphibious Force. 5th US Amphibious Corps. Now the thing is, it might be that we only need to take the core headquarters out there. We'll take both just to make it easier, so there's no mistakes. Right then, so let's set the changes here then. Yep, so they're going to be loaded aboard here then. So obviously there's going to be both elements aboard the Appellation, and actually it seems it's only loading one element here. Not too bad. So we've got the 5th here. And then the core over here as well, that's fine. We might have to use the AP for the other force then. Yeah, for Rocky Mount. We'll see, it might not be as much needed at Guam. We'll take a look anyhow. So I've got the 3rd US Amphibious Corps over here for Guam. We might actually get lucky here and not need to actually carry as much. So I'm seeing the... yeah, the 3rd over here. That looks to be the only thing that's going to Guam, that's a headquarters then. So that does make things significantly easier then. Okay, so we'll load them. That's fine by me. That makes it really quite easy. Okay, great news. Right, fantastic. So now what we need to do then is we do have a Guam landed force, we do have a Saipan force, we have a Tinian force. So we've got those loaded. We'll be setting out from Pearl Harbor probably tomorrow or the day after, actually. I'd like to throw together some sort of force to actually go ahead and hit Wake as well. It'd be nice to go ahead and hit Wake, or even, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 small amphibious forces. We will have a fair few assets in the coming turns, actually, so that's going to be really good. Right. We'll go ahead and get the Guam force loading first, then. Issue is they can't dock. It's too... yeah. I mean, Pearl Harbor is a huge port, but even there is a limit. Right, we need to deal with these submarines. As far as I can tell, I don't think he's actually aware of our forces out here. He's probably seen them leave, but I don't think he has any detection over them as we are right now. Probably for the best, though, considering the huge amount of force here, and it's like it wouldn't have gone well for him if he got caught out by these aircraft. Or even if he got caught on the way of that massive force. Okay then, so we'll go ahead and load up the Guam troops over here then. So, we'll start with the actual infantry and then work our way to the arm and that sort of thing. Just knock the headquarter units out here. Alright then. Actually, you know what? I think we might be able to form these units, so we never actually checked, did we? If we can actually form them into divisions, that makes it... oh, fantastic, yeah, that makes it far, far easier than just to organise. That was, again, a tip there from Major. I didn't even think to check there if they could be formed into divisions. But that's great news. Obviously, they become more powerful when they are reformed. It makes it a lot easier on our actual logistics as well, which is really, really good. Let's see... Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 2nd Marine Division, 4th Marine Division, 27th Infantry Division. Now, I do have these tank forces over here, but I don't think they can be combined. No, it doesn't appear so. But that's fine. I mean, having the Marines actually merge together does make it far, far easier. Right. So I've got a... Oh no, we do have the 22nd Marine Regiment over here then. So there's still a couple Marine Regiments then. Yep, here we go. But they can't be merged, it seems. That's a shame. Would have been nice to have had a 2nd Division. But as far as I can see, so there is 2 Marine Divisions going to Saipan along with the Infantry Division over here, the 27th. The 111th RCT is going to Tinian. The 305th RCT, the 22nd Marine, and 4th Marine Regiments are going to Guam. Alright, here we go. Right, that's infantry done. Yeah, I don't know what the actual issue is with the 2nd US Marine Corps Tank Battalion. Really don't know what that issue is. Have to figure that one out. Right. Yeah, they've been loaded on TF-80 and TF-81. Okay, so that appears to be everything that's going to Guam, then, as far as we can see. Yep, nothing else going to Guam other than the actual headquarters, which we've already sorted out. And the good news is we're actually going to have some spare capacity that I can actually push into the Tinian force now, which is great. I really want to know why I can't load these guys. That's what I find irritating. I mean, unless it's like a restricted unit, maybe. It is attached to the 5th US Amphibious Corps headquarters, though, so I don't understand that one. It's in combat. I don't get that one, it's weird. Yeah, it's not letting me load it for some reason. It might be due to the fact that we're not actually docked here. Can you show the schedule for land and air units? Yeah, we'll take a look at that one just shortly, actually. Right, so we'll verify here. Actually, before we do that... Actually, no, that'll be fine. So it said the load. Right, there we go. We do still have some spare capacity. We obviously do have these LCIGs. Right, so good. The Guam force is going to begin to load up then. If we take a look at the aircraft then. Okay, not huge amounts. So we'll get some PBEM 3D Marianas, well, Marianas, FM2 Wildcats. Avengers, Wildcat Avengers, Liberators, and some more Liberators. Not too bad then. So not a huge amount of aircraft in this scenario then. We do already have quite a lot, so that's fine by me. Right now, ground forces is obviously what we want to see more than anything. So ground reinforcement. So, mostly engineers. We actually do have some army divisions over here, so the 77th Infantry Division, the 98th, and we do gain the 3rd Marine Division, so that's really good. They're not going to arrive for quite a while, though. Yeah, I mean, that's 57 days, 56, 43. So it'd be the 77th Infantry Division that arrives first. We do get the CBs. These guys are going to be awesome. Looking forward to these guys. Right, 3rd US Amphibious Force. We also gain the 190th US Air Force Base Force. Okay, so not too bad. We already have a lot of what we need here, so that's fine by me. We might have the ability to take some of these units that are restricted and have them move to a different command to get them moving out. But that works fine. So we'll get the forces loaded to go towards Saipan next then. I reckon that'd be the best place to start. Yep, Saipan. We'll take a look at what spare capacity we have as well, because that's going to be a very handy one. Okay, yeah. Come on, Razor. Mouse goes a bit funny sometimes. I think the issue is that we can't dock over here. If it becomes an issue, what we can actually do then is just detach from the actual transport and load up the tanks individually. But we'll double check here. If we can't load these tanks, then it must be due to docking. If not, it must be some sort of other issue. Okay. Now I can load these tanks then. It must be some sort of issue with that Marine Armoured Battalion then. No idea about that. Right. So we're going to load up the 27th Infantry Division, the 4th Marine Division, the 2nd Marine Division, the 708th Amphibious Tank Battalion, the 640th Tank Destroyer Battalion, 706th Tank Battalion, and what is that? Oh no, that was the 1st US Marine Corps Tank Battalion. We now have, yeah, the 706. There we go. I think that's basically everybody as well. We do have some headquarters, actually. We do have a fighter air wing over there. But I don't think we need that for an amphibious operation, do we? That'd be kind of weird. Okay. But we've already got them aboard the actual... was it Rocky Mount or Appalachian? But we've got them aboard one of the other AGC, so that's fine. We do have these guys here, yeah, so they're targeted at Saipan, but obviously these are air headquarters, so that's fine, man. Okay, that's a naval headquarters, obviously targeted at Saipan, but this is good news. I mean, this is quite a lot of actual troop capacity. We are under our troop capacity, which is good here. Cargo load is absolutely fine, that's really good. Okay. We'll get loaded up here then. I'd imagine, yeah, we might be fully loaded maybe in a day or two. Not too long, really. We should have a pretty good load rate, which is going to be quite good. Okay, we do have a couple of oilers over here, actually. Probably worthwhile having them. I'm going to let all the troops load up and supply load up, and then what we'll do is probably have these oilers maybe left here an additional day to actually load up with fuel. We'll see how we go on. I mean, we do have a lot of fuel already over at Niwatok. We also do have the fuel over in the Marsh Islands. That's good then. Obviously, Niwatok is in the Marshalls, but you know what I mean. That's good then. So, one more force to load here, which is the Tinian Force. Right, here we go. Yep, okay, so what we're going to do here then, go back. Definitely need some extra capacity in here then. So what we're going to do here then is go into APs. So I'll give you that one. Right, there's none of them here that aren't loaded. We do have some landing craft, so that's great. So at least we can put these guys in here. Helps to give us some additional capacity. Right, there we go. And just load. Right, there we go. So we've got the 102nd Combat Engineer Regiment, we've got the 10th Amphibious Tractor Battalion, the 193rd Tank Battalion, the 715th Amphibious Tank Battalion, and the 111th RCT. That's good, then. Now, I do actually appear to have a unit of artillery over here, but I don't think that is actually able to be shipped out. Okay. Okay, so the load there, that's fine. Yeah, it's going to take them, I'd say, I'm going to hope for about a day. Hopefully they can all be loaded up within a day or two. If not, that's fine. We need to deal with the submarine just outside here anyhow. Now, we do have a great number of XW forces over here that are really bloody well capable of this. That's really going to be fun. So yeah, we don't have an indication of travel over here, but what we are going to do then is really, we'll throw them out here then. So what we'll do then is patrol in this general area, really try to intercept where he may in fact go. I don't think he's going to have much in the way of chance, to be honest. Because this is going to be rough for him. Especially once they get on the trail. I mean, this is it. They're like bloody bloodhounds. And they're operating in large groups. And they are very, very bloody capable. Yep, there we go. Send those guys out to patrol. Now, we do need to really take tips from how Major is deploying his submarines over here. So, it's interesting to see that he's electing for a fairly close blockade. He has gone into the path where he knew forces would be heading out from Pearl Harbor. So that's really interesting to take note of, actually. Okay. We'll send out one more. So that is like a really large amount of force being sent out this way. Like, genuinely quite impressive. And then over there. So, yep, they're going to overlap to a degree, which is going to be great. So, that is going to be 12 extremely capable destroyer escorts that are going to be going out there hunting that submarine, or the 2 submarines down there, which is going to be great. Of course, they're equipped with 2 sets of radar systems, obviously 1 for air, 1 for basically surface. I'd imagine they'd have some sonar. I mean, the SUSS radar might actually be the sonar, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like to be a normal, traditional radar system as far as I can tell. See, this is it. I'm actually not used to the US technological edge that they have here. I'm used to the Japanese where they don't have a bloody radar system, which is really fun. So we are equipped here with the Hedgehogs. We do, of course, have the 3-inch guns there, which are really good. The 40mm Bofors, the 20mm Oricons. Obviously they're not the ones that are going to be doing all the damage. We do obviously have the K-gun depth charges over here, the DC rack as well. Yep, okay. So a really, really impressive amount of anti-submarine killing potential there. Well, submarine killing potential. Now then, we do have our forces over here running ASW patrol. And that's what we need. Okay. Yep. So, the Destroyer Raiders are out here in front then, that's good to see. We do have the Vanguard Replacement Force, which is actually making good speed here. It seems I might have misinterpreted them as being loaded and they're not already, which is a little bit of a mistake, but we should be able to manage that. Now, at Niwatok, we do have... 197,000 units of fuel. What do we have elsewhere then? So that's 10,000 units of fuel over here around Namur, and 71,000 units of fuel over here at Kwajalein as well. So we do have enough fuel in the area then to keep things running. So what we'll do then is have the Vanguard Replacement Force actually arrive beforehand. To a degree, we might... I don't know, let's see. We're not carrying any fuel with us here then. It might be worthwhile to go back with them, but I think we'll be alright. We'll be able to make it there. We know we can make it there. Yeah, we definitely can. So we'll have to replenish once we get there. I suppose we can put that down to... we could have had the oilers loaded. I think I misinterpreted that one. But we can have the oilers load up once we get there. But I suppose we're not waiting for maybe a day or two that it might have taken for the actual oilers to actually load up and get going. At least we are out here... well, immediately, so that's going to be worthwhile. We'll get into position, get everything set up, and then I think we'll be alright, to be honest. I don't think it's a major issue, to be honest. As, frankly, we do have a lot of firepower there. We'll be able to look after our forces, ideally try and get some units in transit as well. I'd like to get some more reconnaissance out there as well. Okay. So ASW is going to be out here. We do have additional support elements, which is really cool. Right, they're currently unloaded, which is obviously not what I want. Right, so we'll put the other support elements in here then, so we'll go to the auxiliary. So Prometheus, Ajax, Hector, Jason, Delta, Birarius, or something of that nature. Bushel as well, get them in there. Okay. So have them load up over here. Now what I'm going to do then, since we are sending out, yeah, he's aware of this, he's seen some forces over here, which is interesting. What we are going to do then is actually have these forces, the ones that aren't actively hunting the submarine out at sea, we're going to have them patrol over here at Pearl Harbor, just in case. I really do not want to be caught napping in a submarine slip in here. And then again, he can't do that due to the sheer size of the port here, man. I think that is when they're actually docked. Either way, we'll have them patrol out here, as when they're not docked, they're really considered just being out there at sea, really. So we'll have a fair amount of ASW just to make sure that no casualties are sustained. Okay. I think I actually have some additional submarines as well, actually. Right, sub-patrol. Yeah, Data. We'll get Data out there as well. SS Data. Have her head for any talk, but obviously she can gather up with the other submarines in that area. Okay. Go over the operations log. Yep, so you can see here that the SB2C Helldivers, the Avengers. A lot of actual activity being reported here, so that submarine has been well and truly sighted. It's a shame that we actually didn't get any sort of bomb hits on that sort of thing. So we see a C6N1 Mert over Inuwatok, Japanese fighter bomber sighted over Inuwatok. It's a shame that the combat patrol didn't actually pick that up there. Yeah, so there's actual submarine activity around Pearl Harbor, around the actual main Hawaiian Islands. Yeah, that is a lot of patrols there. Japanese reconnaissance sighted over Inuwatok, so he's actually doing some reconnaissance, it seems. But we do lose one of the Avengers here. That's a shame. A Liberator is damaged on landing. Okay. What I'm going to do here then is actually get some of these oilers loading up. Yeah, see, I was looking at this and thinking they were already loaded, they're not. I should have been looking here. But that's fine. We live and learn. So what we'll do then is get these guys loaded up. Okay, then we'll put some actual destroyers in here just as an escort. Yeah, that's fine. It's an incredible amount of escorts. But then again, this is actually really valuable asset. What we'll do then is we'll get this set up, and then obviously we'll have this split up further once it arrives out at sea. Rightio. So let's take a look then. Do I have the ability to maybe transfer any of these additional troops over here then? So we'll just take a look at infantry, for example. So I don't think I can take any of these troops. Yeah, these troops are all actually assigned to get out there. So I don't think I have any spare ones at Pearl Harbor, which is a shame. Maybe over here, but again, it's, yeah, smaller units over here. Not really much. Yeah, nothing spectacular over here. Just a marine defense unit over there, I think we have. So let's take a look then. Yeah, so we have a marine. We do have some artillery, but yeah. That's a shame, man. I was hoping that we might have been able to free up a spare force, potentially like Wake. I just don't think I have anything large enough. We might look at actually using a Tinian force. It might be potentially worthwhile. Possibly. I mean, what we might do here then is actually, we'll have the two main forces potentially head to Iniwatok, or we might have them, yeah, we'll probably either head down towards Iniwatok, but I think what we might do then is use the Tinian force then to take control of Wake. We could then move on from there, really. I suppose it's one of these of, like, how do we want to approach the situation? I think Tinian is going to be one of these where we do have to consider it a threat, but we need an island. We need an island closer, and we need one of these islands out here. We need something closer. Marcus Island might be potentially the best case. It's quite far, though. But it would be quite easy to take control of. It would also allow us to approach it from an angle where the Japanese aren't really going to have too much in the way of actual surface detection, really. Or aerial detection, which would be quite good. Okay. Well, the submarines are heading out, so that's good. What we might do here, then, is I think we'll take these guys over here. We'll separate them into two separate forces, then, and we'll have them patrol around track, then. We'll see how we go with these, like, pair of submarines. I think this is it. We're not used to having this many submarines, so it's going to be really a nice test just to see how well they can potentially perform, really. So we'll go ahead and patrol around track. I don't really want to allow anything out of here, then. He does have assets moving east, so we do need to bear that in mind. So we'll have him initially tasked to head towards truck initially. Well, to begin with. We could always have them set to top speed, but the thing is, it's like, I don't want to waste fuel. We have a lot of fuel, but I'm not going to have a lot of fuel if I just wasted it. So we'll keep them on mission speed. This one over here, we're going to have head towards Peleliu, I'd imagine. Yep, so we'll actually no, then again towards Yap would be quite a decent one, so we'll head towards Yap. Okay. So you're making your way to Truck, the others are making their way to Yap, that's working fine. These guys are heading over here to just take a look at what we might find, and then obviously they'll move on towards Truck. Right then. So we can see that we can actually reduce the altitude of our actual bombers, which is really good to know. But the PB4Y1P Liberators did do a very good job. What did we detect over Saipan, actually? Not amazing detection over Saipan, but we obviously can increase that. We are going to have to do a lot of reconnaissance then over the Marianas. Right, so we do see that there are 15 fighters there. I do have a little bit of detection on Guam. Okay, what we're going to do then is focus our reconnaissance then against these targets over here. We might use one of the planes potentially check out over here as well. Actually, I do have some really good detection over here, that's interesting. So there's about 2,000 men on the island. That's interesting. Yeah, a little bit of detection over here as well. Seems we... No detection over here, but we are aware of troops on Babaldwab. Right, so 62 fighters, 20 bombers, 13 auxiliary. We don't know what sort of troop numbers. We know that our ship present, supposedly 2 ships sighted in port, must be coming from these guys over here then. Rightio. So what I'm going to do here then is actually patrol along this route here. I'm going to push this to top speed. So we'll go for full speed here. This one I can get away with due to the fact that we know there are enemy assets in this area itself. So we're going to make top speed here, try and intercept anything really on the way. Right, they're already going direct. There we go. I might... Yeah, well, it's hard to say. I think I might send this second one out as well. To the north there. There we go. Trying to intercept something on the way over. What I'm going to do here then is change the patrol pattern of this submarine over here. We'll make it a little bit tighter around Peleliu. Okay, there we go. You're on your way towards track, so what we actually might do here then, considering that you might be in a position to actually prove quite pivotal, is we'll have you head over there at top speed. Yeah, okay, so if we take a look over here then. So we're going to have a couple submarines in this area. Okay. Is he aware of these submarines? No, appears not to be as far as I can see here. Okay. Ah, so we did perform reconnaissance then with them. That's fine. We can see that the detection is pretty damn good. So what we're going to do then is run our reconnaissance then over the Marianas. Decent detection over truck, but I think we need that elsewhere. So we'll run our reconnaissance then over Guam as well. I could really check out the entire Marianas, to be honest. God damn this mouse. I don't want it bloody well is, but it seems to be on the fritz. Right, so we'll take a look over Tinian. And we did check out Marcus Island. 1,600 troops there. So there's actually a few troops over there then, that's good to know. That's actually really good information there to actually have. So what we'll do then is we're checking out these islands, and we'll check out Pagan perhaps. Yeah, check out Pagan as well. That works for me. Okay, let's go over to our Liberators. So we'll drop this down then to about... we'll go with about 12... maybe 12,000 feet. We do have a couple damaged here, actually. 11 damage, 8 damage, 1-1. A little bit of damage on them here. Okay, we might go for... I suppose we'll drop that down. I'm going to go with about 15,000 feet. Nah, bugger it. We'll go for about 12,000 feet. They can look after themselves for the most part. Okay. I do need to change the headquarters of these units then. I'm going to have them changed over to the 30th Bombardment Force. I think that's under a different command entirely. What the bloody hell is it? Oh, there it is. No, I just missed it. Right. So that's 15 political points. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Makes it easier then to actually have them go out as a united formation. Or just, well, just like a coordinated formation, should say. Now, Wake, I don't think there's going to be too much there. So what we're going to do then is go in at about 10,000 feet. So set all the B-24J Liberators then to hit Wake. I suppose the question is, is it worth it in Wake? I mean, considering that, as far as I can see, there's nothing actually on the airfield. We might be able to hit truck. We might be just out of range. We'll check it out. Probably out of range. We'll give it a go. Yeah, definitely out of range. Okay. Ugh. Not brilliant. I mean, this is the only issue, really. It's just trying to find targets. We have the range, but we're just ever so slightly out of range of certain targets, which is a shame. So it's really like, how do we wish to actually use them? Okay. Maybe Wake then still. But it's just one of these of like, what do we actually gain here? I might be actually ruin my chances of actually taking a decent airfield. We might just have to... I don't know, we might hit Ponape. We'll go ahead and hit Ponape then. I think considering that there's really not too much out this way in targets, and we're not... I don't think we want Ponape. I'm going to bypass Ponape, but I'm going to take a look, see if I can knock out anything on the airfield. I don't have him using any troll planes out this way. It's difficult as well, because it's like, I'd rather have them hitting truck, but I don't have an infinite amount of bloody aviation capacity, do I? So that makes it awkward. Right. 18 submarines in there, bloody impressive amount of submarines. We do have our 2 vanguard forces over here, so obviously the carriers out here. The good news is we are, for the most part, actually past the danger out here, so that's good. Okay, I don't think we've actually got these guys set up correctly. I can just put all float planes in this hex, well, in this task force. Okay, actually this one looks fine. It looks like it was just the rest that we were missing there, but that's okay. Rightio. So they're going to be heading out. We've got things loading up. What we'll do here then, we've already put the LCIs in with the Tinian force, so that's fine. Yeah, so I think we need to decide really how we want to approach this. I think it's going to come down to having a lot of reconnaissance, so just really trying to figure out what's going on. The good news is, though, I don't have, do I not have any combat reports here? Oh, there we go, combat reports. Yeah, so at least we did hit the, yeah, ooh, that's going to hurt him as well. So that is the aircraft tender Kitakawa Maru. She was torpedoed, she's on fire and heavy damage. I mean, that's not something you want to lose there. I think that's going to hurt him. I think it is going to cause us some issues there. Yeah, that's going to cause him some issues. I think it's like, of all the things that could have been hit, I think that's one of the things that he would have rather not been hit. So that's good to see then. Worthwhile target there. Very much a worthwhile target. Now, he could have been using that potentially position some float planes off the, I don't know, maybe one of the smaller islands in the Marianas chain, which obviously could have been quite instrumental, potentially even against us in the future once the combined fleet arrives. Obviously, the more reconnaissance he has, the better. Okay. Only light damage inflicted there, but obviously we're going to be reducing the altitude here, so we'll be inflicting more damage. We may run the risk of obviously sustaining more damage ourselves, but we've got to really feel this out. So it's been rather interesting. It's like, obviously my main experience here is playing with the Japanese from the start of the war. Obviously the difference between the US and Japanese aircraft is pretty damn interesting. Then, of course, we did play the Operation Olympic scenario, where we do have vastly more advanced. We have some incredible airframes in there, absolutely incredible airframes. And yeah, that one's interesting due to that we were seeing like just ridiculous amounts of Japanese resistance, and especially with aircraft that yeah, went insane. But yeah, things are progressing quite nicely here. I can't say that there's really much else that we can do here. Will just be a case of passing the turn on, and yeah, getting it to major there really. But so far, so good. Obviously, we've got the sub-chasers, they're going to be heading out here, while the destroyer escorts are going to be heading out here. We've organised our forces, we've got the support forces loading up, the carriers are going out there first and foremost. I think for me, it's going to be worthwhile getting the carrier force out there first, the vanguard force out there first, because once it's in the area, we can actually engage the air forces in the Marianas. I think this is it. It might be worthwhile to potentially wait for the landing forces, but I don't know. I think it wouldn't do too bad to use the carriers to really just give us cover. And once the amphibious forces do arrive, I think we'll use them. I think we really do need a base nearby. I think we absolutely bloody well do. I mean, even potentially building up a base or something. But I think the force bound for Tinian is going to be the one that we use to strike somewhere. Obviously, it's not a slouch in that sort of terms. I think what we'll probably do then is use the carriers then just to help out the Wake Force, but we'll see how things go. To be honest, it might be just worthwhile just to strafe Japanese shipping from the seas here, really. But, of course, we're having the carriers, we are going to have a lot of information, we're going to have a lot of potential there. They are well protected, obviously, with having the large and fairly modern battleships, very modern battleships actually to support them, so that's going to be great. So we'll see what we can do, And I'd like to say thank you so very much there, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. We'll go ahead and send this turn over. So, there we go, and here we go. I do like this title, actually. There we go. Minor problems, major solutions. Turn 2. thank you for watching there, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you've enjoyed this, and I do hope to see you again in the future. Now, hopefully it shouldn't be too long until we get the turn from THG. It's not going to be long at all. But if you guys have enjoyed this, you can consider supporting me in a number of different ways if you would like to do so. Mainly through Patreon, PayPal, Super Chats, and of course there's now the cool option for prints, which if you go into the Discord and check out the print section, you can take a look at. I'm going to be adding towards that, really adding more prints as we go on, actually. I was thinking maybe for those who actually order the print, give them a good say in what the next print is actually going to look like. But I'd like to try and get like one made up every couple of months or something like that. Try and keep it rolling, like really have some variety out there. That'd be kind of cool. But until next time, thank you for watching and goodbye for now, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an awesome turn. Good way to start. And let's hope we can keep this motion of the ocean going. Goodbye for now.